I use GPT to personalize thousands of emails every single day for free. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same. Now, I'm not going to talk about why cold email is the best channel, because if you clicked on this video and you're watching this, it means that you already understand why cold email is superior to other marketing channels, especially if you're just starting out. There are 4 main phases that everyone who tries to scale their cold email outreach usually goes through. The first one is manually personalizing and sending emails. This is how most people start, and this is how I personally started. So what this means is you build a lead list online using any B2B lead database like LinkedIn or Apollo or Google Maps or whatever. You build a list of leads, and then based on that, you open up every single lead's website and you try to pull relevant information from their website, whether it's their target audience or a couple of case studies or their company's achievements or things like that. And then what we want to do is we use that information to make every single email as relevant and personalized as possible. Now, the problem with this approach is that you can only do like 30 or 50 emails per day, which is okay. You can get a couple of clients, but you definitely can't scale like that. When people try to solve this problem, what they usually do is they come across different automation platforms that allow you to send thousands and thousands of emails, which is usually the next step in this evolution. Now, even though you can send thousands of emails, you lose the personalization because you can't really open up every lead's website, find their information, and so on. So what most people do is they just use variables like first name, company name, and they think that's enough. Turns out these results are usually much worse than personalizing every single email, and the positive reply rate here that you can expect is 1 to 2%. Now, when you blast generic emails to literally everyone, the positive reply rate usually drops to 0.1 or 0.2%, which means these results are usually 10 times worse than the manual approach. So you solve the issue from the first step, meaning you don't have to waste your time personalizing emails. Everything is fully automated. You can set up and change your campaigns once or twice per month, but the results are way lower than the manual approach. That's when most people come to the realization that personalization is absolutely necessary. And the logical next step is to hire some VAs who can do the personalization, and they can just set up the campaigns on their own. How this works is you hire 5 or 10 VAs if you want to support this volume of sending thousands of emails every single day. And then those VAs extract the information from the website, similar to what you've been doing manually. Now, this approach solves the first issue and the second issue, because once the lead list is fully updated and so on, you can again import it in the email sending software and send thousands of personalized emails. However, this approach also has some issues. The main issue is that personalization and grabbing information from leads' website is a very exhausting and boring job, meaning the VAs would most likely do the job right the first 10, 20, 50 leads, but if they have to do the exact same thing with hundreds of leads every single day, sooner or later it gets boring, it gets exhausting, and they start making mistakes. And poor personalization is even worse than no personalization at all. So the results usually start going down. Plus, you have to manage these people. You have to train them, you have to make them understand what exactly they need to pull from the lead's website. So even though you're not investing the time into scraping this information yourself, you still have to teach people how to do it, which sometimes is even worse and more difficult. Over time, the results with this approach also get lower and lower, and even though the positive reply rate starts at 1 or 2%, it usually gets lower and lower over time. So what you can expect in the long run is 0.3 or 0.5% positive reply rate. And on top of that, you have to train and manage 5 to 10 different people and make sure they make no mistakes, which is almost impossible. And I was trying to find a solution for this for years until I finally realized I can use AI to do the exact same job at scale. Now, unlike VAs, AI doesn't get tired when it needs to personalize thousands and thousands of emails, so the quality stays consistent. It doesn't matter if it's a first lead or 10,000 lead, AI doesn't care about that. It will perform the exact same job at the exact same level of quality. One more benefit is that AI doesn't need weeks and weeks of training. You can essentially write a prompt yourself in a couple of minutes, test it on a couple of leads, and then when you're happy with it, you just run the enrichment throughout the entire list and AI will grab all the information about every single lead, which means that it requires almost no training. To give you some context, we only do this like once per month, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes to do the personalization. Then all our emails are sent automatically every single day, and we forget about our campaigns. Our only job is to do the appointment setting and sales process. The campaigns are fully configured and running on their own. Now, there are many different ways you can do this. You can use platforms like Clay or similar tools, but they are usually very, very expensive because this approach is still very modern, and these platforms are taking advantage of literally no competition in the market, so they can raise their prices and charge you thousands of dollars for this process. Now, I personally wasn't very happy with it because I own a software development company and I knew how to build this machine behind the scenes, which is exactly what I did. I built my own software that does the exact same thing specifically for cold email. Let me show you how it works. Our platform is called Prospi, and one of the core engines within the platform is exactly AI personalization. Now, let me show you how it works. Once we build a lead list, here we have a list of marketing agencies based in the US, we can run different prompts throughout the entire list. For example, we have a set of pre-made prompts that we tested on tens of thousands of leads, like normalizing company name. What this step does is essentially removes LLC and other symbols from the company name so you can use it in your email outreach. Normalizing job titles, finding leads, target audience. This is one of the most powerful prompts. Sub-industry they are in, company time, whether the company is B2B or B2C or both. Finding company mission, and performing custom AI research. This is for more advanced cold email senders. Now, what our platform does is you can select a couple of leads and you can run these enrichments for free. Like, we're charging absolutely $0 for this. If you're interested in the platform itself, you can check our website, prospi.ai. And see how pricing and everything works, but essentially AI enrichment is completely free and unlimited. These pre-made prompts or enrichment templates are more than enough for 90% of users. However, in some cases, you want to perform custom AI research. And this is exactly how it works. You can select the source column, in this case website, and AI will know that it needs to open up every lead's website to pull the information from there. In this specific case, I'm interested in a process from this company, from this lead's website, that can be easily automated, which is exactly what I asked AI to find out for me. Find one process from this company that can be automated with AI. You can use this to find their awards, you can use to find the technologies installed on their website, or other things that can be found. You can also do this with their company location, company LinkedIn, and so on. Some of the most popular variables that we pull from their website are target audience, their service, their pain points. This is job title specific, meaning pain points of a CEO and CMO are completely different. And based on what you offer and what you sell, you want to target the right people and address their specific pain points. We can write compliments. This has to be related to their work or their company. It shouldn't be something personal. And people love hearing good things being said about them, so you can definitely take advantage of that as well. And one other thing is you can find something related to your offer. For example, if you offer automation services, you can find processes that can be automated. If you're running paid ad services, you can ask AI to check if they have Meta Pixel installed on their website and so on. You can play with custom AI research and find what works best for your specific use case. Now, the next thing is once we have these variables available, we want to incorporate them directly into our cold email body. And there are many ways to do this. What I usually suggest is adding personalization to the subject line. Subject lines like quick question, quick note, and stuff like that usually don't work. Like people know it's a cold email, they won't respond to those emails. So what we want to do is mention their service, their target audience, and other things in the subject line. Also, first line of the email is also crucial, and after mentioning their name, we want to have a personalized intro sentence. You can try different angles and so on, but you should definitely use their service, target, pain points, and so on in the first line of your email. Now, once you have these variables available, you can actually go to GPT and ask it to write the email and provide following information. You want to provide AI variables, your offer, service, and so on, and your lead magnet, which is something like a document, a video, or something like that, that you can offer to your target audience for free. I can show you the way we do this. For example, we've built a custom tool for AI copywriting, and it asks a couple of questions. What does your company do? What pain points do you solve? What's your unique edge? What makes you different than your competitors? And what lead magnet do you offer? Every single cold email that includes any form of lead magnet will always outperform cold emails without lead magnets. Remember that. And lastly, we have campaign goal. In some cases, you want to book a call directly. In some cases, you just want to generate leads by offering them free value and so on, which is something that we usually suggest. Now, once we enter this information, our tool essentially spits out 3 different email templates that you can use. For example, subject line is company name, website. I noticed company name is doing great work with service name and so on. In the sub-industry space, you can see the first line is fully personalized, like 1, 2, 3 pieces of personalized information just in the first line. Looking at your site, it struck me that you might be leaving conversions on the table. I've seen this pattern with several SaaS companies recently because I instructed AI that we do web design for SaaS companies. You can use it for any service and industry. Just worked with a client who saw a 40% lift in demo bookings after we applied data-driven design changes and A/B testing. Would love to share a quick video. We are offering a lead magnet showing the top 5 website mistakes that were hurting their conversion rate and how we fix them. This is a pretty long template. Usually we test a couple of different email lengths. As you can see, we have 3 different email templates here, each one shorter than the one before. Sometimes one sentence email perform the best, which is something you should definitely try. So to sum it up, cold email has always been working, and personalized and relevant emails will always win. People were trying to personalize emails manually. Then after that, they started automating the processes, then hiring VAs. And finally, we got to the point when you can fully utilize tech and modern tools like AI, which allows us to generate a lot more leads than ever before. And if you're interested in learning more about how AI can make your cold email campaigns work way, way better, then subscribe to the channel because I'll be sharing more videos like this every single week.